When your cat presses their little forehead against yours, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it's adorable. But behind that sweetness, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do. And if you misunderstand it, which most owners do, you could be missing signals they've been sending for years. Let's start with what this really means. Have you ever noticed how your cat will specifically target your chin, nose, or forehead when they bump into you? Most people assume they are just trying to scratch an itch on their face, or maybe they're just being a bit clumsy while demanding their dinner. It looks like a simple, random physical quirk. But here's what most people don't realize. This action, known as bunting, is actually a highly sophisticated form of chemical communication. According to research published in the journal Animal Cognition, cats have specialized scent glands concentrated around their cheeks, chin, and forehead. When they headbutt you, they are actively depositing their unique pheromones directly onto your skin. They are essentially mixing their scent with yours, creating a shared family scent. In the wild, cats only do this with the most trusted members of their colony. So when your cat marks you this way, they are claiming you as their own, weaving your identities together so that whenever they smell you, they smell home. And this beautiful act of claiming you leads right into another fascinating reason they use their heads like a tiny battering ram. Does your cat ever walk up to you after you've been away all day and deliver a firm, lingering headbutt right against your shin? It's easy to think this is simply their way of saying, "Hey, I'm hungry. Fill the bowl." Or maybe you just figure they are glad you're finally back to entertain them and open doors. But here's what most people don't realize. That little bump is often a profound request for emotional grounding. Renowned feline behaviorist Pam Johnson-Bennett notes that cats are creatures of strict routine, and your absence disrupts the harmony of their territory. By headbutting you upon your return, they are seeking tactile reassurance that your bond is still firmly intact. Your cat actually missed you. They experienced a tiny bit of vulnerability while you were gone, and pressing their head against you is their way of sighing with relief. It's a physical manifestation of comfort, proving that your presence alone makes them feel safe again. But safety isn't the only thing they're feeling when they do this. Sometimes the intensity of the headbutt tells an even bigger story. Have you ever been lying on the couch, completely relaxed, when your cat suddenly hops up and gently bonks their head right against your cheek? A lot of owners brush this off as a simple, slightly demanding request for petting. We instinctively think, "Oh, they want me to scratch behind their ears right now," and we just oblige without overthinking it. But here's what most people don't realize. The head is actually one of the most vulnerable parts of a cat's body. By closing their eyes, tilting their neck, and pressing their skull into your face, they are voluntarily turning off their primary senses of defense. Researchers at the University of Lincoln have shown that when a cat initiates close proximity face-to-face contact, they are demonstrating a complete lack of fear. Your cat is saying, "I trust you enough to let my guard down entirely." In the predator-prey world they instinctively inhabit, offering their blind side to you is the ultimate compliment. It's an expression of pure, unadulterated trust that you would never harm them. And speaking of trust, there's a specific time of day when this behavior means something even more remarkable. Do you ever wake up to a soft, persistent thumping against your arm or pillow, only to open your eyes and see your cat headbutting you in the early morning light? It is incredibly common to assume this is just their built-in alarm clock going off. We write it off as a nagging strategy to get us out of bed to serve them breakfast. But here's what most people don't realize. While they might enjoy a morning snack, this sunrise headbutt is deeply rooted in survival and affection. According to behavioral studies in animal cognition, cats in feral colonies use headbutting as a vital greeting ritual after a period of separation or sleep. It's an affiliative behavior used to reaffirm social bonds at the start of a new day. Your cat isn't just checking if you're awake to feed them. They are checking to see if you are okay. After a long night of being unconscious, they are thrilled you have both survived the dark. It's their way of saying, "Good morning. I'm so glad we're still together." This daily reaffirmation is beautiful, but what about when they headbutt objects around you? Have you ever caught your cat rubbing and headbutting your phone, your laptop, or the book you are currently reading? We usually laugh and think they are just being jealous or annoying, trying to physically block us from looking at anything other than them. We assume they just want to be the center of attention. But here's what most people don't realize. They aren't just seeking attention. They are organizing their emotional environment. Feline behaviorists at the University of Edinburgh have observed that cats will specifically mark objects that carry their owner's intense focus and scent. By headbutting your belongings, they are essentially claiming the things that matter to you. They know you interact with these items, so they want to leave a piece of themselves there too. It's their way of wrapping their invisible arms around your world, ensuring that even when you are distracted by work or a screen, you are still surrounded by their love. They want your entire environment to feel like them, and this desire to intertwine their world with yours leads to one of the most subtle, yet profound reasons of all. Have you ever been having a terrible day, crying or feeling incredibly anxious, and your cat suddenly appears out of nowhere to press their forehead firmly against your arm? People often think cats are aloof and that this is just a coincidence, that the cat simply chose a convenient moment to stretch or ask for a treat, completely oblivious to our human feelings. But here's what most people don't realize. Cats are actually incredibly sensitive to our chemical and emotional shifts. Research from the field of animal cognition indicates that cats can read human emotional cues and often respond to signs of distress in their primary caregivers. When they headbutt you during a moment of sadness, they are engaging in a targeted, consoling behavior. Your cat knows you are hurting. That gentle pressure is the feline equivalent of a hug. They are trying to transfer their calm, grounded energy into you. It is a quiet, powerful declaration that they are there for you, offering their own body as a physical anchor when you feel like you are drifting. Which brings us to the most